What is going on, peeps? Anthony here, 210 Aquatics. It's kind of late, and I wanted to do a video earlier today because I realized I hadn't done one in a while, and I'm going to go out of town, and I needed to put something out. Just going on a little weekend, a little extended weekend vacation down to the coast. So I was getting some things set up with my tanks here, getting them ready so that these fish would be fine. All of my fish, all of my tanks, at least for about 4 days, which is, it's not that big of a deal, actually. I could probably leave here and, as long as the water parameters were good, maybe do some water changes on the day of, they'd be fine for 4 days, even without any food. I also was going to submit the final footage of what I've got, maybe setting up my 55 that I had to break down and all that good stuff and put back up. And so I guess that's going to happen when I come back, because that requires a little bit of editing. No editing here. You're looking at a 40-gallon breeder here in my living room. These are my polar blues, and since I'm doing this without editing, I'm going to leave you also with mystery fish. It's really not a mystery, I just can't think of the word. It's midnight, or the name rather, of these fish. They're a loach. Oh gosh, Pandagories, maybe? So I have my polar blues in here with the Pandagories. I think that's the name of them. Man, I apologize. It's late. I literally just woke up from a nap that I'd never had any business taking because I still have to pack for my little road trip. But they're cool nonetheless. I got about 5 or 6 of them in here. And then my polar blues. I have 1 male in here and 5 females. It might be a little too much, really, for all these fish as far as the population. But I think I give them a pretty good home. That swordfish, or rather that sword plant in the here in the left that I'm shooting on right now, used to be about 4 times bigger. It was in my 55, and then I had to break that down. As I was breaking down my fish room, I just propagated it, so it's in various tanks. But this is 1/4 of what it used to be, and 1/4 of what it is. I do have the rest, spread out in a few other tanks. I've got some weird little algae going on or something here on these leaves. I see the black algae, but I've got something else here going on with these leaves. Then I got this crip right here. Let me back up. This thing actually melted back. It was a lot bigger. Got some petrified wood in here, surrounded by dragonstone down here at the base. The sponges I have here, which I've got some like black algae forming on them as well, and on the glass, sorry. These sponges actually go to a canister filter that I have, a Cascade 1000 Penplex for this tank, which I have every intention on putting back on underneath, but right now I'm just on a couple of big sponge filters. But anyways, since and until I reactivate the canister filters, I thought I would just leave some of the sponge filters I had in there that make up the filtration for that canister in here, so that when I do reactivate, I'll have a bunch of beneficial bacteria already going in the canister, which is cool. Oh, look right here. This is This is just some green algae. I don't really care right now. So, I also need to. I guess the polar blues are, or have been over time, maybe pulling at the roots, maybe coming up. But the root system here is really long on that sword. Here's another sword right over here. That's the top of the crypt, but like right there, that one came up. I need to replant that back into the substrate. So, as you can see, I just fed. I like to overfeed. I like to overfeed this tank to make sure that the other guys, the Pandagores, I think, Pandagaras. Can't think of that name, man. It's killing me. I might be right, but anyways, I like to make sure that they get food too. The polar blues, they get a little aggressive with them, but nothing the guys can't handle. Everybody's good. I've had no losses or anything like that. In fact, reason for the gain is because, as luck would have it, I'm about to leave tomorrow. And my polar blues just decided to make copies of themselves. Now let me just come on in here. They got a little cave system that they've slowly built over time. Some of this stuff is food, just floating around, but not right here. Not right here. Oh, let's see here. Here we go. Oops. Sorry about that. Can you guys see that? They're small. They're real small. In fact, I'm going to back away from the tank and then zoom in. I think I kind of spooked them, but I think you can see them. That's pretty cool. You can see how small they are compared to the adults coming by. Whoa, hey buddy. So I guess that's mom and dad right there. And then she's taking some of them into, I think, and trying to keep them corralled into their little cave home that she made. Yeah, she's picking them up. Polar blues, they really haven't been on the scene too long. I've got this little external here, digital feeder by Pet Bank. Just charged it. One charge will go like months. It's not the right time. It's actually 12:39. It's pretty easy. It works like an alarm clock. Just you get your hours and your minutes, and you set on button. You push set until the hours and minutes blink so that you can set the time. And if I go like this, you might be able to maybe be able to see this. I should do a video on these guys and how this works. But you see the 4 boxes? See, I've already got it pre-programmed from the last time I left town. The 4 boxes means you can feed 4 times each day, up to 1, 2, or 3 times daily. So you could drop food in here 12 times a day, I guess, if you wanted to. I don't know why you would. Then again, I do overfeed, so I guess you could still feed them all the same in increments, which this thing allows you to do. So one thing that's missing is the actual canister that holds the food. It just snaps on right here. I haven't put this contraption back together yet, but that's going to get done here as soon as I'm done filming. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Obviously, the hobby is still alive in this house. This is one of like 10 tanks. You guys be good. Everybody be safe. Happy spring break. Getting mine started off a little earlier. And we'll see you in the next one here. 210 Aquatics.